Hey Lian, this is Keaton Everett with ABC, going over your pitching video from camp. We're going to go through and talk about your motion, your mechanics, and kind of go over and break it down frame by frame to get you in a nice consistent spot, maximizing your lower half, but basically, getting yourself in a nice healthy position. So when you get older, get a little bit stronger, it comes a lot easier for you because pitching's a pretty hard motion to do. So anyways, we'll go through it and stop and look at each sort of spot here. So we'll go back here to the start a little bit. All right, so right initial setup from the stretch. All right, looks like you kind of start your windup from the stretch, which is fine. We won't get into that a little bit, but, obviously from the windup, we want to try to start with our body facing the catcher, and then we go to the side. But for your age, that's nothing that we need to worry about now. So basically what we look at now, excuse me, is our balance and our posture right off the bat. All right, so we're going to look at how you're working in relation to your back leg a little bit here. All right, so we're about right in this position. Okay, so as we get rolling, all right, you're staying over that back leg, which is really good. Okay, so once we get to the height of our leg kick right here, all right, you got your hips in a nice close position, nice and balanced. All right, this is all good things we like to see. A lot of times you'll see guys kind of start to lean, or you'll start to sort of go forward a little bit too much, so you're staying nice and solid. All right, so now what we look at is we want to try to see our hips start to go forward, lead ourselves down the mound, and then our hands break. And what you see here, right off the bat here, you can see that ball starting to come out. All right, so you can see there you don't have any movement in your upper body. I'll draw a line through here. All right, so you don't see any movement forward until about right here. So you can see you're just kind of staying over that back leg. You're kind of letting this left leg kick out, and your hands are breaking, but we're not getting our body going. All right, so again, this is something that will get easier as you get a little bit stronger, be able to use those legs a little bit more. But try to get that body going forward first, along with as those hands break. So right here, we want to see the hips a little bit farther forward. So now maybe we're right here, our legs at this point there, instead of back there. Then at this point, we're maybe even down here somewhere. Our legs back there. So we just need to pick up more movement forward. You're doing good at breaking your hands over the rubber. It's just you're breaking your hands, but that body's not going forward. All right. So then through your release point, or through your path down the mound at your foot strike here, which is right about here. So since you broke your hands too early and you kind of let your left leg get out there, is now your body's going to kind of get out front. You're going to start rotating early. And so at this point here, so this is right when your front foot first hits the ground, right here. All right, you can see that lean in your posture. You can see this left side, your glove side, completely gone almost. At this point, we'd like to still see, our front elbow still out, our glove out over our front foot somewhere. So you're kind of more at this point. All right, and the more you're going to get your body going, the more distance you're going to see pick up on the ground. This right here looks like you're a little bit short. And so what's going to help you stay back is you're going to get a little bit more distance. So I bet you'd probably be able to land about right here to get out at this point there. And now you're using more body, using more legs, more hips, and so you're generating a lot more powers. So then through your release point, you can see this back leg starting to kick off. And now you're releasing the ball right there. But you can see that your glove, you can see it between your legs. All right. At this point at your release, we'd still want to see it, somewhere out over that front foot. All right. We still want to see it in that picture, not between that legs. We also want to try to see that back foot still on the ground, driving out over your front foot. Wrong drawing device there. We'd want to try to see it still on the ground with that head getting down over that front foot. All right. So now we're out in this position, instead of our head, over our heel, and we're just driving. We're using more body, more legs, more power. Because if you think about boxers, if you can get a better punch with 2 feet on the ground or 1 feet, you want to still be able to drive through that back leg a little bit. So as long as you're keeping this front side closed longer, you're getting that glove out there, driving through your back leg, that's going to pick you up some velocity and get you in a better spot. And the biggest thing where that starts is, right here. So we just got to get you going, more sooner. Get a little bit of sort of directional sort of preload on that inside part of that knee. You should sort of have weight on that inside part of that ball of your foot, so everything's kind of wanting to go this way instead of sitting over that rubber and sort of letting that foot do all the work. We want to try to get that hip going first. All right. So, but generally overall, it's pretty good mechanics for your age. Now it's just those couple key tweaks, and you're going to be good to go. So, anyways, hope you're having a great season this year. Thanks for making it out to camp, and hopefully we'll see you again with ABC.